And now your first Horn 5 forecast, certified most accurate by Weather Rate.
All right, everybody, good Friday evening to you. Want to start off here tonight by showing you some video we just got sent in here at the station. This is video from I-75 as these storms have been coming on through. This is near the M46 interchange. I'll wait for the camera to kind of pan back there, but this is actually not just flood water that you're seeing here, but actually quite a bit of mud, almost in a way a miniature mudslide that has actually come out over onto the highway because of the runoff due to the construction that's going on in that area. So I believe these are the southbound lanes that you're looking at right now. So if you are going to be traveling through that area, maybe better to find an alternate route. As you can see, traffic appears to be passing, but as I always remind everyone, when you encounter floodwaters, if at all you can avoid it, remember, turn around, don't drown, avoid flooded areas. But still a rather shocking sight there, considering that, again, it's not just runoff and floodwater, but quite a bit of mud that's filled in there along with the heavier rains that have come on through. All right, let's move on to the radar here tonight. First Horn 5 pinpoint Doppler radar continuing to show this growing complex of thunderstorms building its way through the area. And in fact, in that location where we were just showing you at the M46 interchange there in the greater Saginaw area, as you can see, the most of the area is still seeing moderate to heavy rain coming on down, some occasional lightning strike activity. We zoomed the view out a bit farther to the east here first, where a couple of cells are kind of leading the charge in parts of Tuscola and now Sanilac counties. One storm you can kind of see here is working its way just through the Marlette area, weakening as it does so. Farther to the north of that, we see some cells that are bubbling up over Saginaw Bay. Looks like they may be losing some steam, but still some rain managing to come inland around parts of Port Austin and the Harbor Beach and Port Hope areas tonight. But let's take you back to the main complex of storms here quickly, because we want to see where that leading edge is right now. Moving in across a good chunk of Genesee and now Shiawassee counties. In fact, looks like, folks, right around Owasso, you're beginning to see this line crest right overhead. Some intense rain beginning to come on down. You can see some trailing lightning strike activity back off towards your northwest in toward the Ashley area. Chesaning, looks like you're in a brief lull in the action here, but you'll be back into some moderate to heavy rain as the line continues southeast. Flushing, you've definitely got the darkening skies on your northwest horizon, as you do really in the greater Flint metro area. And these storms also en route to places like Durand, Perry, Burns, and even Fenton over about the next half hour to hour or so. Moderate to heavy rain also continuing to lift back toward the northwest into places like Midland, Bay City. Mount Pleasant looks like you're beginning to come out of this, as is just about everybody to the north of Standish and Sterling. But again, with that storm continuing to encroach now on the I-69 corridor, if you have travel plans in that area in the next half hour to hour, realistically even closer to about 2 hours, expect some very wet conditions and conditions to go downhill pretty quickly at that. Big picture on the First Horn 5 Sky Tracker. We've got the stalled frontal boundary coming on through here today, or I should say more accurately, just lingering overhead again today. It's providing the lifting mechanism for these intense storms to come on through and also helping to kind of provide them a pathway for that southeasterly jog that they're taking. Overall pattern still not expected to change much as we roll into our Saturday, but eventually as we start to roll into tomorrow night and Sunday, we actually have a cold front that's making steady progress in from the upper plains. That will roll in for the second half of the weekend, helping to take some of the humidity out of the equation and taking most of the storm chances out of the equation as we look ahead to Sunday and on into Monday. But on the hour-by-hour forecast, 6 o'clock hour where we're at right now, continuing to show the large complex of storms barreling in along the I-69 corridor, should linger in those areas until about 7:30 to 8 p.m. before it ultimately moves on. And then from there, just like the last few evenings with the sunset, we're going to lose the daytime heating and the energy, so storms will die off quickly. We'll be left with partly cloudy to mostly clear skies around midnight, but heading toward tomorrow morning, because we now have all this moisture just sitting on the surface and not much wind out there tonight as temperatures cool, we will likely see quite a bit of fog settling in first thing tomorrow morning amid a mix of some clouds and sunshine otherwise. We'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies hang on until about lunchtime, maybe even a shower or two developing around that time. But then as the sun begins to break out tomorrow afternoon and into tomorrow evening, we'll likely see a few more hit or miss showers and thunderstorms as yet another rumble of thunder hits us here at the studios windows in downtown Saginaw. 62, your overnight low for tonight. Evening storms giving way to partly cloudy skies. And then in your first Warn 5 7-day forecast, we keep the 80s around through the upcoming weekend and on into Monday. Storm chances reducing, but not gone completely after tomorrow. But we will catch a break Tuesday through Thursday of next week, David, with high pressure, mostly sunny skies and more comfortable warmth with highs in the 70s to mid 80s.